Microphone check 212. We're in the building. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's video. I have a great one for you. So it is a questionnaire Q&A. So I posted the Q&A on my Instagram. I asked you guys what you guys wanted to see on my, or what you guys wanted to know on my first year experience as a professional track and field athlete. And you guys had amazing questions. I couldn't say it better myself. You guys, thank you so much for all the support and everything. Watching this video, I just want to shout out to you guys. Without you, I really wouldn't have any guidance. This was a comment and made this video happen. So please like, share, subscribe, comment what you guys want to see next. I'm posting every single Friday around like 10 a.m. I'm still learning. I'm only going to get better, so bear with me. And thank you for the support. So we're going to get into the questions now. I'll see you guys in a little bit. See you. All right, now let's get into these questions. So the first question you guys asked was, did you get anxiety from the first couple of comps? Yes. I had a lot of anxiety for the first couple of comps. That's normal from you go from an off season, you're not really competing, the high intensity is not there, to, the first comps of the year. It's just high intensity, trying to throw it as far as possible. A lot of anxiety builds up. The ways I deal with it is I read a couple of books. I have I meditate every single night to really control my breathing and get one with my body, really. So that's one way I deal and manage with anxiety on a daily. So let's move on to the second question. The second question is, how did you go from college to pro, and how does that work? So in college, it's basically you represent a university. Professional track and field's a little bit different. You either join a club or you represent a company. So that's basically the difference between pro and track and college. So college, you have that university backing and the NCAA backing, and professional, it's either club or Nike, Adidas, like one of those major corporations. So that is the difference. And what does it mean to be a pro in track? I basically just answered that. A pro is just basically, a pro is you can get money, you can get earnings from your meets, basically. Difference from track and field or collegiate, that you can actually receive the winnings that you make. So that is different. And are you sponsored? No, not yet. A company has not reached out, so I'm basically going to make my own eventually. And I'm just going to keep on working, building my brand, and hopefully one day a company could see that and see what I'm doing and join ship. But as of right now, no, I am not sponsored. So let's move on to the next question. What was my favorite moment this year? I would have to say my favorite moment this year was when I qualified for the World Championships. I was in a hotel room in Italy. I remember waking up at 7 a.m. and just getting the email saying that I got invited to the World Championships. That was a very emotional situation. When I first moved to Garage Strength, that was circled on my calendar. The year prior, I was a collegiate athlete at the University of South Carolina, and I got hurt at my last college track meet at the University of Oregon Nationals, and I wasn't able to compete. I got hurt in the warm-up, so I knew that the World Championships were going there the next year, and I was saying, had it scheduled, circled on my schedule. I had, drawings in my bathroom of trying to manifest me going to Worlds. So to finally get that email saying that I got invited and that I was going to go and compete, it was just an unreal moment. I was able to compete with my college teammate, my boy Tunde. It was just an unreal situation. We watched basically every Olympics, World Championships together, and to be competing in that realm with those dudes and being competitive, it was just an unreal moment. And yeah, that was my favorite moment this year. So let's move on to some more questions. What was the biggest surprise with becoming a pro? I was surprised nobody cooks my meals and pays my rent. I actually have to go out and get stuff done. Yeah, I mean, a biggest surprise, I wouldn't say anything was really a surprise. I really prepared myself for this, especially during COVID when I was training on my own, stuff like that, because I knew I wanted to train post-collegiately. I basically, made the investments and was in a position before, because I basically, if they weren't bringing me back for my COVID year, it was just basically you were out there, like you got pushed out the door. So I really prepared during that year because I knew I would be in the same predicament a year prior. So I definitely was prepared when that happened. So I really don't have any surprises. Maybe, yeah, that's pretty much it. So next question. When will you be back in South Carolina? Ooh, I will be back very soon. I'll be in Columbia, to be specific to the people that are watching. So I always go back for, like a nice little training camp because my teammate Tunde's still there. My college coach, Michael Sargent's still there. And I got, my young boy, Dylan Taggart, like the whole Gamecock throw squad. It's a fucking, excuse my language, it's an amazing environment. So I always go down there when it gets a little cold up in PA because, it gets a little chilly here. The snow comes. So I go down south for the winter. So I'll be there for a couple of weeks in the winter months when the snow comes. You know where I'll be. So let's move on to another question. How did you choose which meets to compete in? Honestly, I did not choose any meets this year. I reached out to Paul Doyle. He was running the American Track Leagues, and thankfully, I'm very thankful for him giving me the opportunities to compete in those meets because they were high-level meets. And, yeah, just letting a guy that didn't have, like, the elite-level marks to get the opportunities to be in those meets with, the world record holders, like, the top 10 people in the world, like, it was amazing. I just, basically, if I had the opportunity arise, I was going to be ready, and, yeah, I was going to go. So that's basically how I chose my meets. I did from, little college meets, little home meets in PA. When it was raining, it was windy. Yeah, so I've done it all. I competed at the Worlds. I competed at the biggest stages and, the smaller stages. So this season has just been unbelievable, and I've been lucky. Lucky, yes, and just like blessed that I have like a great training group, and so I can push the envelope forward. So, all right, let's see. Do you have time to do whatever you want, or do you try to focus your week around track and field? Ooh, that is a great question. Basically, I try to focus my week around track and field. That's just something that I have to sacrifice. I want to be, one of the world's best. I want to bring a medal back to Ireland, and that's just kind of what I have to sacrifice at the time, for the time being. Yeah, so that is a great question, but I do enjoy my weekends. I do stuff cool. So, like, I just went to a wrestling match yesterday. It's like I do stuff. I go golfing. I enjoy myself. I have a couple of drinks, but yeah, I definitely focus my week around track and field and getting the most out of every single week, every single training session. So, would you say you're happier now that you're a pro, and do you miss your day job? So, I'm going to say one thing. Would you say that you're happier now as a pro? So, I would say I am happier now as a pro because I'm able to make my own schedule, my own decisions and everything. I'm going to compare that to college. But do I miss my day job? I have 3 jobs to make ends meet. I'm a bouncer. I worked for the university in the business school program, and I also was a I was also in grad school, so I'll count that as a job too. But yeah, so I was busy last year. And what was your PR when you turned pro? So out of college, my personal best was 1985. So that's not like an elite level mark, but I betted on myself and knew I had potential to be an elite level shot putter. I just needed time and opportunity. That last year of university, I had a lot of injuries, and I knew that wasn't my ceiling. I know my ceiling is very high, and I just kind of betted on myself, and I knew I want to take this, to the top level and want to be here for a very long time. So, yeah, that was my PR. A little long-winded answer, but what else? What else? Okay. I think that's pretty much it. You guys made it to the end of the video. Man, I appreciate you guys for the support. Like, share, subscribe, comment what you want to see next. Man, if you watched it, and if you really watched and waited to the last video, comment cement in the comment section. Maybe you'll get a surprise. Maybe you'll get a little care package that I'll send to your crib. So please, thank you for the support and have a good week.